going to show you how to make my homemade, super easy, delicious, and healthier hot chocolate. And I've started with 2 cups of milk. Now I like to use coconut milk. It's nice and creamy, and I always need to go dairy-free, but you can really use any milk of choice. I do recommend, if you're not using regular whole milk or a 2% milk, that at least you do cashew or coconut, because those seem to be the creamiest of the plant-based milks. And to that, I'm going to add some raw cacao. This is 1/2 cup. It's going to make this pretty chocolatey. You can use cocoa powder, like I said, if you want. And that just goes in. And I have one of these flat kind of whisks. And I'm just going to start stirring it. And it's going to make it super duper chocolatey. And I have a couple different versions. If you didn't want to add anything at all sweet to this, you could add a little monk fruit powder, just sweeten to taste. I don't like my drinks very sweet at all. Or you can add a few chocolate chips. Like, these are super dark chocolate chips. And I would say, let's see, this is probably about 1/4 cup. And those will melt, and they will also make it thick and luscious, like you want your chocolate hot cocoa to be. You can see I'm just giving this a stir, making sure everything is well incorporated, letting that milk heat up. I have this beautiful glass saucepan, but I broke it, and that was the perfect thing to show you how to make things like this. It's so much easier to see, but this will work. And all we need to do is let it heat up. I'm going to add a wee pinch of salt. It just brings out the chocolatey flavor, believe it or not. And then I also add a touch of vanilla. This is sort of optional, but it really does add a very great boost of flavor. And my 2 cups of liquid are essentially 2 portions of hot chocolate. So if you're not sharing this with somebody, you can put this in maybe a glass jar and keep it in your fridge until you want your next portion of hot chocolate. This is allulose. You could also use like a monk fruit or something like that. I'm trying to keep this very, very low sugar. So I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of this just to give it a nice sweetness. Right now it's super intense chocolatey, kind of probably like the Aztecs drank, because they didn't drink sweetened chocolate. They drank straight up chocolate. It's starting to bubble around the edges, so I know it's getting perfectly warm. I don't want to scorch the milk. I'm going to use a frother just to give it a really nice head on it. It's going to be really gorgeous. I don't know if you can see, but that is super frothy. Whoa, delicious. Turning off my heat. And you see how quick that was. And all I need to do is scoop myself up some. Yum. That is smooth, creamy, delicious, not too sweet. Perfectly great. And my husband, who suffers with diabetes, we are conquering diabetes. This is going to be a hot chocolate that is perfect for him. He can indulge without spiking his blood sugar. And whether you decide to put in a cinnamon stick or marshmallows or whatever you like with your hot chocolate, this is the way you need to start. So comforting.